Hello, welcome to my channel. Thanks for coming. Today we're going to be altering some Gelliprints. Hi Mariah, good to see you. And I'm going to be using the these cute ATCs, mostly from PM Artist Studios. I always say studios and then I print studio. And I'm going to try to incorporate some of these word stencils, also from PM Artist Studio. I think Fran is the designer of those. Is that correct, Mariah? And Paula Keene is the designer of this stencil set. This is volume 1. She does have another volume, but I just got this one set. Hi, Kathy. Words are by Fran. Yes. Hi, Dar. Hi, Evie. Thanks for coming, everybody. So we still don't have, like, we have a little bit of snow, but we don't really have any snow that stayed like on the roads or on the grass. It's very unseasonably warm here and I'm loving it. Lucy's loving it. We're going for lots of walks and it's been awesome. So I tried to zoom out as much as I could with my setup because we're going to be doing some spraying. And I've got my pizza box here, my Panago pizza box ready to go. Hi, Anne. Can you guys hear me okay? There you go, just checking my settings there. All right, so I'm just going to do a little review. Talk about that in a second. And so these are, I've got lots of sprays on the side here. So I'm going to be using some sprays. These are the Distress Mica sprays. We're going to be using the Dilution sprays, the Zinc sprays, and some of the Dina Wakley gloss sprays. They don't spray because they get stuck, but I'm going to be doing splatters with those, I think. Thanks, Colleen. Hi, good to see you. So I took some of the papers that I made during the last stream, which was my long haul stream. And for example, this one's on tracing paper, and you can see there's a lot of white space in there. And whatever you glue it on, it's just going to show through. So I thought it would be fun to spray those up. So you can see where the paint is, it kind of resists the sprays. So this one I used a pink, a purple, and a teal spray. And then I used some modeling paste in white on that, which will, I'll be doing some as well. And then this one, you can see the pattern underneath there. This one I used a lot of the mica sprays, and then I added the stencil butter over top. So those are kind of started. Those are examples of kind of where we're going, and hopefully we'll make some cards. I'll probably do a giveaway of one of the cards that we make today. I'm just going to go through. When we ended the last live, I was working on this long haul print using the what's it called? Naughty Buds or something like that. So I'm just going to show, I did do a Instagram and a Facebook video of some of those stencils or some of the prints that gave. So I thought I'd just show those real quick. These I'm going to leave as is. There's that. And this one, I thought this might be fun to spray. Might spray that one. This one we won't spray. I just love it. I just think it's perfect as is. And then Cranky Buds. Thanks, Mariah. And then this was the final pull. And it's a pretty big piece because it was a 9 by 12 stencil. Is that right? And that was the final one. So that we might use that for like a card base. That might be kind of cool. So I'm just going to put these ones aside. But I thought we could maybe spray. That one would be cool to spray. This one's on the Carnival Wet Strength tissue. We're going to try spraying that. I'm going to try spraying that one. This one is on the masking paper, and this one as well. I think that would be fun to spray. And then for the peacock swirls that we did together, I did make a couple cards. I'm just going to show those cards before we get started. Hi, Jilly. So this is a card I made using that stencil set and some fluffy, light and fluffy modeling paste through it. And that was just done on a brayer off paper. And then I added shading in here. I actually used this elegant writer to do the shading. And then this teacup, I just hand drew it and cut it out by hand. And this was inspired by Janet Nash. So that card's going to go live with her in the UK. And then this one I did a little video, a YouTube video on, and it's got the layered prints from the stream. You can see the purple does show a bit more when it's glued on the white. So I just layered the purple and the gold, and then we made a little birdie there. So that is kind of cool. And then I just have these card bases that are ready-made, and they have envelopes that match them. And I believe these card bases are 5 by 6.5. And I've got white and cream, so we'll see what we end up making. I just have some general ideas. We're going to I work kind of organically, so we'll see what develops. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Paula. No worries, you're not late. We haven't really started. We're just kind of introducing things. So one of the ideas I thought, so these I sprayed, and then I added the stencil work on top. But I thought, what if we did the stencil work first and then sprayed it? So that's got a green Christmas tree, which doesn't really match the background, but I'm going to spray it and we'll see how that works, if that brings it together. And then here I added the other ones, I added the light and fluffy. This one is actually the light modeling paste. And then this is the gold stencil butter, the champagne gold stencil butter. So I'm going to see what happens when we spray this, how that incorporates it. I expect this to take on the color, and then we might have to zhuzh it up a bit after. And then I've just got a bunch here that I'm going to maybe spray. We'll just kind of see how it goes. I got some sort of cut down here, so I'm going to just put those aside. And my mind was just sort of reeling with all the possibilities. Like, instead of cutting a square, you could use your die cuts. Like, you could put some of the designs like on, this is a coffee cup die cut. You could add, you know, these are my Stampin' Up die cuts. You could add trees, polar bears. You could add snowflakes. You could cut things out in like a star shape. I've got circles and squares and rectangles. So the possibilities there are endless. Hi, Trish. Good to see you. Thanks for coming, everybody. So the other thing is, when I was doing those initial ones, when you mop up with a baby wipe, you get these really cool baby wipe fabrics. So this, I don't know if you've seen my video about fabric, embossing fabric. So you could use double-sided tape or fabric fusion and put that onto a cardstock, run it through your embossing machine. You could stitch on it. You could glue those on cards. So that, I don't think I'm going to get to that today. Maybe I'll do a mini video about that. Speaking of mini videos, I do have a plan for the hashtag color combo. I don't know if that's what it's called. Color combo for the month of December, which is gold, silver, black, and white. So I have an idea. I'm going to film that and hopefully release that video on Saturday. And one more announcement. Hi, Barbara Clark. One more announcement is I'm going to be on Kathy Berg's channel on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern, which is going to be early for me to get up, but hopefully I'll get there. I'll be in my pajamas. And I think Brooke's going to be there too, and we're going to do some jelly plating. If you didn't see Kathy Berg's stream yesterday where Dee Dee Willingham was on, you should go check out. It was a hoot. It was very, very fun. All right, let's get spraying. So I thought I'd start with this one. And like I mentioned, I just have my pizza box. This is a pizza box spray box. And I've just got some newsprint down in here. And I thought this would be cool to add a red. Now, this red is highly staining, so I'm going to put some gloves on. Gonna put some gloves on. How's everybody's week going? Is my stream still going okay? Pictures all right? Is it it's not buffering, is it? All right. Doctor, we're ready for the patient. Busy, yes. Well, Mariah, you're super busy, aren't you? All right, so I'm gonna get a baby wipe ready. Now I'm gonna sit down. So tell me if you can still hear me, and if I get off camera, let me know. So I'm just gonna spray this. These you don't have to shake, but I just have a habit of shaking. Some of the other sprays you do have to shake, like the mica sprays. Actually, maybe we'll take that one out too. We'll use both of these. This is a peppermint stick. I'm gonna shake that, get it ready. All is good in the neighborhood. Thanks, Dar. Thanks for linking that fun stream. It was like, oh, such a blast. It was so funny. I just laughed thinking about it. It's always fun with Dee Dee, but you know, combining Dee Dee and Kathy and Colleen's laugh off camera was hilarious. So this one has a ball. You can hear the ball. So I haven't done a test of this. I have no idea what it's going to look like. But here's the before. I should get a piece of cardstock to hold it up. So that's the before. And I'm going to just kind of move these others out of my box so I don't spray them. All right, so I'm just going to go right on the tree. Ooh, wow, that does not spray in the direction you would expect. Did you see that? I went, and then we'll do a little bit of this peppermint. Hi, Carla. Well, I'm glad you came, even if it's just for a few minutes. We appreciate it. I appreciate you all watching, or those watching the replay. And then I'm just going to dab that. And the paint should resist the spray. So the spray should just color the spaces. So this was on, I think this was on tracing paper. So there we go. I'm going to get a white thing to show you. So that's the difference. Now the tree kind of disappeared a little bit. So we have a couple options. Again, my lighting is an issue. There's that better. I think that's better lighting. So I could go over it again with the stencil butter. It's a green stencil butter. I could maybe hit the tops of it with this gold stencil butter. But I was thinking maybe what I could do is use some inks and kind of drip in between in a contrasting color. Now we can kind of see this purple. Should we add a bit of purple? Let's add a bit of purple ink. I have this Bombay ink sitting here from another day. Hi, Miriam. So I'm gonna just, we'll see what happens. If it doesn't work, it's okay. We'll just rinse it off. All right, I'm gonna use some water. Would lift ink work? Do you mean like the alcohol lift ink? Maybe. All right, so I'm going to do that. This ink was Bombay ink, so it's more of a permanent ink. So I thought, what if I just kind of let it go in between? And then just gently wipe some off the green. That looks kind of cool. And then maybe we'll add some gold back to the star at the top after. So once that dries, I think I'll add gold onto there. How's the lighting? It looks dark on the screen. I don't know if it's because I don't have my iPad up all the way. Can you see that? Feels very dark. What if I turn this off? I don't know if it's flashing out. Technical difficulties. So I like how the purple kind of highlighted those circles. You can see that. So we'll let that dry, and then perhaps we shall put it on a base. I can't leave well enough alone. I feel like I just need a little bit more in here. Now I'm trying to make a bunch of cards to send out. I'm planning to do a giveaway today with, you know, maybe some of the cards that we're making, or one, at least one card. There we go. And then if we just kind of give it more of an outline, a scratchy outline. And then we'll come back and add some gold to that star. So I'm going to put that behind me. I have a table set out for drying. All right, let's try this one. Hopefully that red's not going to come through. So I'm going to get a fresh baby wipe because this one's got some of that bright red, but we might use that one again. So I'm just going to put it in the corner. Now, is it working better with this lighting I have? All right, so this one has gold. Well, not gold. It has like shimmer, color shift green and blue, and then some spaces. So I thought, what if we added some blue to this side and some green to that side to fill in the spaces? Okay, let's do that. So for the green, I want a pretty bright green. So let's use this Dilutions Fresh Lime. And for the blue, should we go more with a turquoisey blue? Or maybe a turquoise and a shimmer. We could use this Frosted Juniper with this, what's this color? Vibrant Turquoise. Now these sprays are not permanent, they are water soluble. Murdery baby wipe, exactly, Carla. Miriam's gonna put you're gonna put my name again. You'll try that. That was really sweet of you, Miriam. Today at DD Stream, Miriam tried to put my name down for a giveaway, and then it was funny because she put my year of birth as her number. I put her year of birth as my number. Each of us didn't know that at the time. And she had put my name on it. So I said, Miriam, that's my birth year. And then we both ended up winning, which was so funny. All right, spray your puddings. Let's do that. All right, so we're going to do, let's get a fresh baby wipe. So let's put some green over here. Uh-oh. Always wipe your noses of your sprayers. I learned that from Janet Young. Now this one's not spraying. Come on, green. There we go. It's like it sprays every fourth pump. I'm just going to wipe that around while we're waiting. And I'm curious to see how it's going to affect the stencil butter that we put on there. So this is kind of, you guys are all here for an experimental play session. All right, let's do some purple, not purple, turquoise. And we'll do that juniper. Actually, the juniper will be a nice kind of in-between color because it's frosted. And you can't try to have a lot of control when you're working with these sprays. You just gotta, kind of like the jelly plate, you kind of get what you get. Hi, Diane. So the paint acts as a resist. Now, I've done this before. I think it was last October. I did like a spray over Gelliprints where the Gelliprints was kind of like the resist. I'm going to bring some of that spray. No, I'm going to spray this frosted juniper right inside that ornament. See what that does. Hi, Raul. Hi, Janet. I'm wiping too much up. I need to put a little bit more and then just kind of leave it settle. And I'll just wipe out on the outside. Let's do a little drippy. Okay, let's see. So that turned pretty much turquoise, not very exciting. So once that dries, you can always put the stencil over top and maybe put another paint color. But you can see how that really highlights the areas. I'm going to bring that in. And it gives it really interesting, I think, an interesting look. I want that ornament a little bit grungy. So I'm interested to see how these are going to, how we're going to turn these into cards. Put that to dry. Janet, look, I have a baby wipe that I'm getting ready for you. It's an ink blot baby wipe. So you have to tell me, everybody tell me, what do you see in this baby wipe? And we're going to do some psychoanalysis. All right, so I'm going to put that one there. All right, let's get our next page. Let's do this purple one. Now this one doesn't have a lot of open spots. I'm thinking what color. And Janet, I'm telling everybody to wipe their little noses, just like you taught me. Janet, yeah. I'm going to send you this one next. That's the one. That one's going to your house. All right. What color? What color? Now, purple. Actually, let's splatter it with some of this pink first. I'm going to just give this a shake. Now these are very annoying because they do not stay unclogged. So I've given up trying to unclog them. So Miriam says it looks like an ostrich's head. Cool. All right, so I'm just going to splatter this like that. Whoop, 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 whoop. And then we're going to let that, I'm just going to sop up some of those big splatters. Okay, so let's put that there. Now I'll actually have to put this aside. Here, oh, I'm going to move my good Christmas cards. For those of you that came in late, I showed a couple of my completed Christmas cards. I put those someplace safe. Now, I'm going to let that dry. That one's very thick, so it's going to take a while to dry. So let's grab, ooh, this one. This one will be fun. Oh, okay. I'll see if I can grab it, Mariah. Thank you. Now I want to do pink, but we did pink. Well, we did pink there. Let's do pink, pink spray instead of, I think pink will like brighten this up a bit. We do pink and maybe go to yellow. That might be cool. Let's do pink. That was the bubblegum pink. And let's do this wild honey. We'll see how that looks. Oh, that looks kind of yucky brown. Let's not continue with that. Yeah, Barbara's reminding people to give me the finger. She means the thumbs. Let's just go back with the pink. Although it does make it a pretty vibrant orange when we combine them. So let's go back. Let's grab some more of that honey. All right, let's give that a little wipe the doodle. Now, I'm not really, I mean, these are going to be holiday cards. I'm not really wanting to necessarily stick with traditional holiday colors. We're not going to constrain ourselves. Okay, and let's put that on here, see how it looks. You know what I forgot to get when we get to the stencils is I forgot to bring out a container with some water. All right, so here's this one. That one's really glowing now, right? Look at that. You can really see the pattern now. That's fun. All right, let's put that aside. And what else? Let's get our cranky buds. Let's get some eyes ink. Eyes ink, use ink, wheeze ink, days ink. Could do this dark green. And I don't want to do the blue because it matches too much. So we'll do the dark green and let's do this frosted juniper. I know, Janet. I forget to use mine too. This is going to make it super, super duper green. And it's fun. It's very freeing to just kind of spray. That's a little bit more muted. Let's do some of that bright. Oh, no, we'll do this green too. This is the Wicked Elixir. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Because who can be mad at a little bit of sparkle? I know some people aren't big fans of sparkle, but I like sparkle. I like sparkle. And I still want to do that bright green. Where did it go? Here it is. This is that bright green that kind of, it's not, the pump is kind of failing us. All right, let's use our baby wipe. So the point of the baby wipe, I think, is to spread out the color, but also to wipe it off where the paint is. Now, I think this would make, I know I wasn't talking about traditional Christmas colors, but I think this would make a very cool tree-ish background. But I was thinking about splattering it with gold. That would look nice, but I'm not sure what stencil we're going to use on top. All right. Now that one we already did. Okay, let's put that on white so you can really see it. So here's the green one. And I don't know if you can see the shimmer. There's a little bit of shimmer, very subtle shimmer. The Eyes Ink green is very nice, yes. Let's bring this one back. It is not totally dry, but that's okay. Now, what color? It's already very shiny, so we don't need any like shiny things. And it's already pretty bright. I'm wondering, is this crazy? Should we do a coffee? Is that crazy? That might be crazy. Maybe blue. Let's do blue and coffee just to see what the coffee does. All right, I'm going to do blue in the middle. And you'll see those, the gloss, the Dina Wakley gloss spray really will look fluorescent. All right, I don't know, this brown might be a mistake, but you know what? We're here to get messy and make mistakes. Blue and brown. Oh, Janet likes that combo. I must have been channeling my inner Janet. All right, so let's do the brown, blue and the brown. I'm starting with the blue so brown doesn't overtake everything. And I had rotated my baby wipe. I feel like actually I want more brown. Hope I'm not missing anybody that's come in. If I missed you, please feel free to raise a hand in chat and put your name or say hi in upper cap, not upper caps, either caps or uppercase. It's not both. A little bit more of this blue. And wipe the nose. And let's dab. So we really toned down that purple. And you can see, I don't know if you can see the pink. Give it an extra dab here. Then you'll see that pink kind of splatter fluorescent. There, Janet, do you want this baby wipe? Should I send that one to you? It's like a tie-dye denim. There you go. That's not diapery at all. All right, let's go here. Has it turned purple? It has kind of turned like a maroon, but it's mostly brown. Trying to show you that. And then can you see the, let me put this light on. If you can see the pink splatters. It's hard to see them actually. Okay, right here. See the pink splatter? It gives it a real depth, I think. All right, let's spray a few more and then we'll start stenciling and card making. Now we haven't done any cranky buds. This one is not on tracing paper. This one is on Carnival wet strength paper. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. All right. This is pink. What if we try some Perfect Pearls orange? And see what happens. Maybe we'll decide to add another color. This one is one of the ones that does not work. Darn it. Darn it. Let's see. Nope. Let's give it some splatters. If you can't spray, then do some splatters. I think I'll splatter and then we'll wipe and then we'll add some other color. Okay, that was this really old Perfect Pearls Mandarin. And that's a pretty cool color. It's quite fluorescent. I think we'll do a color and then we'll add more of that splatter. Hey, Brookie. I was just telling everybody, well, earlier that you and I are going to be guests on Colleen's stream. No, well, Kathy's stream, filling in for Colleen. I can't do pink on everything, can I? And I don't think I want to do the red. I want to keep it light. We could try this one, this Violet Oasis. I'm worried it's going to be too similar of a color. Let's just use a couple of those. And let's see what else. Some purple. I think that it's going to disappear with these colors. Let's do some yellow. Wild honey. Brighten it up. And then we'll give it a little wipey wipe. And this wet strength is very cool because it's very thin, but it's quite strong. And I was very lucky that Eddie Makes Art gifted me this wet strength tissue. So now I don't know if this says holiday Christmas, but maybe it says New Year, whatchamacallit, New Year fireworks. So let's do a little bit more of that. Let's see. Bye, Barbara. Thanks for coming. I'll just do a little bit more of this splattery. And we'll let that dry because that'll give it a little bit more festiveness. So I'm not going to blot it this time. We'll just let it dry au natural. So let's put this on the white so you can see it. So that's very thin. You can see that. That gold, the orange is going to be very fluorescent. All right, let's put that over here to dry. So you can see how thin it is. It soaked through into the under the paper here. All right, let's do a couple more. Here we have a similar one, but it's got green and some turquoise. It's hard not to do turquoise on this because I do love that color. Let's do turquoise. And let's add a little bit of that. I'm really loving this, these two mica sprays. So add a little bit of this one. This one's more muted. And we'll add a little bit of this green one, which is more vibrant. And then let's put a little bit more turquoise on top. And then we shall use our baby wipe. I've kind of got different color stories of baby wipes going on. This is also on that Carnival wet strength tissue. Now, I am not the inventor of this technique. This technique's been around a long time. So a little bit more of this green and a little bit more of this turquoise. Hi, Pam. It's Crafty Pam. All right, let's wipe their noses. And for those of you coming in, I'm spraying on top of Gelliprints that had a lot of white space in them from last week's long haul jelly printing stream. If you haven't seen it, check it out. So here's our turquoise green extravaganza. You can see that shimmer there. All right. And pretty soon we'll be running out of drawing space, so we'll start stenciling. I did want to do this one because I've done a card using it, but I haven't done a spray of it. Wipe the noses, that's right. Okay, so this is purple. Now I want to do pink, but I'm not going to do pink. What color? What color shall we do, folks? I wonder if I use this gloss spray in Ocean. These you have to shake too. This won't spray though. I'll have to wipe it on. This one's on tracing paper. Blue, yes, let's do blue. We do have like more of a blue. That will be good. Instead of the turquoise blue, we have this broken china blue. That will look good with this. Okay, so let's spray this on. Well, we're not going to spray it because I know it's not going to spray, but we'll try. It's exercise in futility. Yeah, no, that's stuck. So this one we're going to open it and we're going to do our splatter. I'm going to do a splatter and a wipe, and then we'll do the other blue. Because this is a gloss, it tends to resist the other colors. So I'm just going to kind of wipe it a little bit. And then we'll do this broken china blue. And maybe a bit of this South After Blue Moon. Okay, wipe their noses. Wipe, wipe, wipe a Rooney. And then we're going to give that a little wipe. That's very pretty. Put that there. All right, and here we have those ones. So that's fun. Like I said before, I'm not the inventor of this. Many people have done this technique. I'm just playing with my long haul mid pulls with it. And then here we have our baby wipes. I'm going to, I'll probably keep playing after we're off. I'm going to put this, my spray box away. This is the other baby wipe. I talked, we could like cut trees. I'll probably make some Christmas cards with those. Let me get my stencils out of here. So these are going to be Christmas / holiday cards, New Year's cards, depending when I get it sent out. What are you guys all doing cards, or what kind of cards are you guys making? Okay, I'm gonna move that out here in case we also the handy in case we use it again. Can make a stitch journal with those baby wipes. Yeah, that would be cool. Okay, I'm taking these off, and I don't like the feeling in my hands when I get off rubber gloves, so I'm going to give them a wipe. Yes, Pam, that's a fun stencil. That's peacock swirls, not squirrels, peacock swirls by Darcy. And that's what we did last week. We used hers to make some of those ones we sprayed, and these ones. And then the Cranky Buds was the other one that I was working on when we left the live stream last time. Janet buys cards with nice sayings in them because she's incapable of that. Yes. I'll just show you another spray stuff I was doing. Is I had these eye stamps from Kim Art Studios. They sent me these cool eye stamps, and I stamped them with the block printer's ink. And this stamp I stamped with, I used Neocolor 2s and stamped them on. So I was curious to see if they would stay in place after they dried, if they would stay in place with the sprays, and they did. So that was kind of cool. I think I should overstamp this with some more black. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. And then this one, you can see the gloss sprays, how it resists the other colors. Here's that orange. So those are just fun to be used at a later date. All right, let's see how these things are drying. Here's the first one we did. So let's use the stencil, and let's just add, we could either, you know what, I think I'll just use a gel pen to add some gold back to that. So we just added a little bit of gold. And we could even outline it with, you could do kind of like a sketchy outline. Just because it does blend in a little bit. So my greeting cards are not overly precious. I just kind of, they're not super neat or what's the word I'm looking for? Measured, I guess. So this, I had pre-cut it down to what size? Let's see. I'm hoping it's 4.5 by 6. 4 by 5 and something. So let's see how that looks there. So I do like it on the cream. Now we could either, I don't think I want to back it with anything because it's still a little bit see-through. Like, can you see that? So whatever color you put behind it's going to show. So we could just glue that down and call her done, and then do some little doodles around it. Let's just do that. Because I have, I don't know about you, but I have a lot of Christmas cards to make. All right, let's grab a glue paper. So now we're going to start just kind of playing with what we've done and assembling some cards. Now, because there's no acrylic paint on the back side of this tissue, I think it works perfectly fine to use a glue stick to glue it down. Now, unfortunately, the other day I left my glue stick open, so it's kind of a little bit dry. So let's stick it down. And in my little video that I did, I mentioned that I'm not really the best at keeping things straight. And one of my friends in chat here knows that very well. Linda Gibbs, you're here, you know I'm talking to you. That's a little wrinkly. And that, like I said, this is not permanent. So it is going to release a little bit. You can see the that peppermint spray has quite a bit of mica. It does kind of set over time, so I would recommend that you let it sit for a bit. I would not use a wet baby wipe to flatten that for sure. I'm going to add a bit more sketchiness with a Posca. I just feel like my sketchy lines kind of, oh, that's too thick. Let's do a pit pen. Pit pen. Just gonna sketch, do a little sketchy sketch. You can even do like a little line, horizon line. We can sketch out that star a little bit more. Just kind of make it it's not a professional card. It's meant to be sketchy. And then you can always do like something along the outside. I don't want to grab my other cards because I don't want to get red on them. I'm going to wash my hands with my baby wipe. Flatten that with an Amazon card. Yes, I could, but this part here is raised and it's really not overly wrinkly. It's just a little wrinkly. I think it's a nice amount of wrinkly. But yes, you can definitely use your Amazon cards to flatten that. Ideally, you'd let this set a little bit longer, but because we're on a time crunch, I think one of them I just did some sketchy stars in the corner. I kind of like that. And then we can just do a straightish line. Now, hopefully the recipients of these cards won't go, well, that line's a little too sketchy. That tissue paper is a little too wrinkly. All right, card 1, done. Hopefully, I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to clear the light a bit again. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so there's one. All right, let's see what's dry. Are these dry? These are pretty dry. So we have that one that we added. It's still a little wet there. I'm going to use my heat gun. I'm just going to heat gun that a little bit. Thanks, guys. Yes, Paula, a nice amount of wrinkly. Linda's asking, do you need to set it with something? I don't think so. Like, I think over time it will kind of set. If you take like a water brush on it or you put some matte medium on top of it, it's going to run. But I think just leaving it set overnight, it'll set enough that it's not going to rub off. It's just that mica spray that tends to rub off. Let's see, that one worked a lot. What if so you don't always have to cut things. Sometimes you can rip them. So what if let's rip this one. And let's see, what shape did we end up with? Kind of a oblong shape. That's kind of cool. You don't like do that. Could kind of like reconstruct the deconstruction. Could put something under that. I do want to bring that up a bit. I think this is supposed to be like, is it called figgy pudding? So I think let's add some white. Let's use a Posca pen. Now, because these sprays are water soluble, my fear is that it's going to come up through. But let's see what happens. So I'm going to use a Posca pen on here. Let's see if it stays white. Grab that stencil out. Da, da, da. No, definitely this way. I think it's distorted so much it doesn't really fit back on there. Christmas pudding. Christmas pudding. Yeah, this isn't really needing to be on here. I could do it just as well without that, can't I? All right, so hoping I can get, I think they usually have like white icing, right? And then if we can just colorize, it's usually chocolate on the bottom, but I don't want to make it all brown. I think I'll color the leaves green. Let's just use some Pitt pens and see what happens. Let's bring that a darker green. Pour brandy, put a coin inside, pour brandy over it, and set fire to the pudding. Wow, that's impressive. So I'm just playing. I don't, like I said, I don't really have a plan. We're just kind of going intuitively. I think it probably works best. So I don't think putting the white on and then spraying it is the best idea because it's like a lot of extra work to make it show again. I think this one here, I think these are more successful, like putting the white on after or the gold on. So we'll do those in a minute. All right, and how about some red berries? I hope you guys are all having fun in chat. It's hard for me to totally watch what y'all are doing or saying. I hope it's all fun stuff. Hope there's no sad news. And let's do, just color these. I could put this back on to make it easier to follow perhaps. Will this go back on? Let's do that. And should we put some purple bits? Purple. We do have purple in the background. And let's do a purple line there. I'm not loving this. I'm not loving it, but you know what? With mixed media, you just keep going until you love it. So let's put a thin layer of this on just with a baby wipe, not with a spatula. We'll just kind of lightly go over the surface. Bye, Abby. Thanks for coming. All right, so I'm just going to do this, and we're going to just do like a light skim coat. Line that up. Just kind of do some pouncing. See if we can brighten that up. Ooh. Oh man. Let's see. It's okay. I don't think, Paul, I don't think I'm doing a good representation of your lovely stencil. Now I'm going to wipe this because I don't have a pan of water near me. Ugly phase goes away with more layers. Yeah, so it's subtle. I think what it needs is some shading. So I'm not giving up. Never give up, never surrender. So let's use a Stabilo. Maybe a blue Stabilo. Ooh, this Stabilo is it broke. Let's use Inktense. Let's use Inktense. You know, I could drip ink, but I'm afraid it's just gonna, the stenciling part's gonna just pick up the inky color, and I don't want to start over. So let's use violet. All right, we'll see if we can bring out some of these details. I think this needs I feel like it needs a sharpen. Okay, let me get my water brush. The ball will not win. That's right. Janet did a very, speaking of balls, Janet did an awesome ball ornament on her stream. I'm just going to do that. Now I give up. I give up. Let's just do this. Pick it straight up from the pencil. Janet did a Zentangle ball ornament. It was very cool. You guys should all check that out. So I'm going to go around the ornament, the figgy pudding, sorry. Let's do that. Let's go around. Now this is, you know, this paper underneath is not very thick, but it's quite resilient because it's got lots of layers of paint on it. How's that looking, people? Is that looking a little bit better? Let's do a shadow under this icing. I think we'll have to, we'll do a shadow under each of these little nubbins. Don't give up. Don't give up. Keep on moving. It's like that, when my kids were little, one of our favorite movies to watch was Meet the Robinsons. I don't know if you guys remember that movie. It was really cute. It's like, I think it's sort of based on Walt Disney's personal motto about, you know, making mistakes is like a step towards success. So don't, you know, don't give up. So I'm liking that a little bit. I don't know how it looks on camera, but it looks kind of vintagey now. Okay, so let's hold that up on some paper. So there she is. So it's okay. It's not, if you can see the colors all right. And let's put this aside. We might use that later. And shall we assemble it? I feel like it would look nice with like some gold underneath, and maybe we need to outline. Let me move this card out of the way so I don't get it dirty. Let's just kind of go around the edge with some ink. I could have used like a stamp pad would have been good too, but I just had this handy. And we'll do this too. So I'm making me some messy cards. Messy cards. I should have gloves on right now. I can just feel my hands getting super dirty. Thanks, Janet. I'm glad someone thinks it's cool. I'm not sure. Thanks, Linda. This is what happens when you art on the fly. And I'm just going to mop up some of that extra ink. So I think we should put a gold base on here and then glue this down. It's kind of like a deconstructed figgy pudding, but we need gold. I do have this brayer off paper. Would that work? Would that look okay? I think we should just go for it. All right, so I'm going to cut that down. Let's see. We didn't mess around with little ball size matters. I think I missed something. So I'm going to cut that down to 4.5 by 6. And then we'll see how it looks. Just over behind my camera. My cutter here. All right, so we shall use what we have. Let's dry. Okay, so we have that. And then we can cut off that edge. And we can put that on here, like so. And I like how there's a bit of red here, kind of goes with that red. I feel like we should edge that with some red. So I'm just going to use my pit pen. I could get a stamp pad out, but I don't feel like it. But maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. So just kind of rubbing on the edge of it so that I don't have a white border. And this is a pit pen, so it's waterproof. Let's get just a little bit of that on the surface. So I'm going to go 45 degrees this way so you can see it a bit better. Just quickie. I mentioned at the beginning that I'm going to be hoping to film a video for the color challenge for December, put out by PM Artist Studios Facebook group. You know what? Maybe we should put that on the cream color. I think. There we go. That looks better, right? On the cream color. Am I right? Okay, so let's glue it onto here first. This is some sort of alien Christmas pudding. All right, so I feel like this might, I could try the glue stick. I'm going to do a bit of Eileen's tacky and glue stick. And again, this one, if it's wrinkly, I really don't care. I really don't mind. It's not a matter of caring. I don't mind. And then I'll just use this glue stick to kind of get all the pieces. Now, I'm not the neatest gluer in the world. So we're going to just stick that down. Kind of there-ish. See, that one's not releasing. It's that red that really is sticky. Okay, and let's do this. So it's hard to plan this. Like I didn't, you know, did I plan, oh, I'm going to do this, make this Christmas pudding kind of ugly, and then I'm going to rip stuff around and put it around it. You can't really plan this. It's just sort of, it just sort of happens organically, and then you either love it or you hate it. Now, I feel like I could do that and rip it, but I do like how that kind of grounds it a little bit. So we're going to just go for that. And sorry, I'm not reading chat a whole bunch, but let's see, Mel B. Hi, Mel B. Traditional Italian version of fruitcake. Interesting. So I don't think I've ever had that. I've had fruitcake. I don't really like fruitcake, to be honest. My mom and my aunt, they love fruitcake, but me, not so much. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut that edge off. Ideally, I would wait till this dries. Oh, let's just fold it. There we go. I'll just fold it. And then let's put, I kind of covered my border there. So let's do a bit of purple. This edge too. Just fold that under. So what's the difference between this and figgy pudding? Like, what's figgy pudding? Does anybody know what figgy pudding is? Let's see. Let's get some double-sided tape. Now the color looks better in real life than on the camera. I'm going to turn that light up and see. You could pop this up, use some foam pops or whatever to lift it up. Hi, CB. We're making a little bit of a mess. We're making some holiday cards. Some are prettier than others. Some are just kind of, you know, they are what they are. Dutch Christmas sweetbread with almond paste in the middle. Ooh, I love almond flavored things. Now this one, I haven't put any words on anything yet, so we should probably do one with the word. Messes are good things till you have to clean them up. Yeah, I know, hey? But after I get off, I think I'm just going to keep cranking out some cards. Figgy pudding is made with figs and dates, quite sticky. Christmas pudding is lots of mixed fruit and cake mix to bind it. Okay, good to know. That would be a cool word stencil for Fran to do. Figgy pudding. All right, so there we go. Let's see if we can show that, the details better. It looks better up close than it does from afar. Maybe I should bring my camera down a bit now that we're not spraying anymore. So that's just a brayer off sheet at the background. And so it's not so ugly. Not so ugly in the end. It's okay. It's all right. Okay, let's do one of these. All right. So this, I feel like I should just cut it. I'm going to cut it smaller and then mount it on another piece. So let's just cut what's going to look good. I'll be right back. So I'm not going to measure this. I'm just going to cut what I like. right, there we go. And I'm just auditioning it under other pieces. So that, and I like that it's white. I'm not going to fiddle with that. I think that looks kind of cool on this one that we sprayed, just the bright pinks and stuff. And then maybe we can use a word. What word? I kind of like winter or snow. I think winter. What do you guys think? Let's see. Let's get some. CB got all her Christmas cards off. Wow. Good for you. Mine, I think, are going to be more like Happy New Year. Happy New Year. All right. And then I think this will be our base. And I think we'll cut that 4x7. So should I put it on this sort of orangey side? Or more on the pink side? What do you guys think? Do you like it better on the orange side or the pink side? I'm going to bring it in a little bit. Do that. Is that better? Pink. Linda says pink. Okay, let's do pink. I'm going to cut that down. I'm going to cut it 4.5x6. Trim off the edge first. Sorry, I'm over here. I just, I don't have room on my desk for everything. So I'm doing 4.5x6. All right. Now, we could do that. Let's get our base. Let's do, I think, oh, I'm feeling a white base for this one. And it's kind of like a starry night. And I think we'll use some white cardstock under that to make it pop, and then we can pop that up a little bit too. All right, let's glue this down just with a glue stick. So I'm sorry I'm not interacting with chat as much as I like to. I find when I'm jelly printing, I have more time while I'm like pushing, you know, rubbing the paper, or if I'm just braiding, it seems like I have more time to actually look at the chat to see what's going on. So I'm just using my glue stick. And then get that on as best we can. Should we get a card for Raoul? Well, I don't have a card, but I have this little the squeegee. I'll use my squeegee. So that's okay. Now this one, I think it's to the edges enough. I don't feel like I'll have to add any doodles to it, but I do want to put some white behind that. And where did I put? I had that white piece of paper we were spraying on. Where did it go? Okay, let me go get another white piece of paper. Okay, so let's glue that on here. And I just want just a smidge of border showing. Thanks, Colleen. Were you here when we did the spraying? We sprayed a bunch of the mid-haul Gelliprints that had a lot of white space left in them. We sprayed them with sprays. I can't remember if you were here for that, Colleen, but that's where the background's from. Okay, and let's do the word winter as well, and then we'll cut them out. You saw and you do that technique. Yeah, it's a, I think a lot of people use the spray technique. Sometimes we forget, like I haven't sprayed in a while, so it never hurts to be reminded of a technique, you know. Just because it's not a new technique doesn't mean it's not a valid technique, right? Thanks, Miriam. All right, I'm going to cut that down. Didn't get as quite as close to the edge as I wanted. Let's see. No, that was too close. Oh man, that's funny. Okay, I'm gonna cut this other one with a scissor. See how here I went too close? It was too far, and then I tried to overcompensate, and then I went too close. But you know what? That's how it goes. So let's just use some scissors. So I was deciding whether I leave like a white. No, I don't think I leave a white there. So I'm just gonna cut that. So it's gonna be a little thin there. I could probably, you know what, we could, I don't know. So I'm just gonna cut this by hand. Not gonna risk the trimmer. All right, so I think we can pop that up. And do you guys think, oh, bye, Linda. Thanks for coming. Hey, Eddie, how are you? Do you guys like, I'm gonna pop that up a little bit. Do you like winter position 1, like up here? That's option 1. Option 2 is, I don't like that. Okay, option 1. Only option 1. All right, we can put that under. No, put it over. Yes, Pam, option 1 seems to be the only one I'm presenting. All right, so Eddie, I'm working on Christmas cards. I mentioned earlier in chat that this weekend I'll be releasing a video on the color combo challenge, which is something that Paula Keene, who designed these stencils, she is one of the originators of the color combo challenge in the PM Artist Studio Facebook group, Makers of Mixed Media. Mixed Media Art and Artists, I think it's called. Now, do I center it and then do that? Let's do that. Let's center it. And I know this is lacking in white. Don't email me. To quote Dee Dee, don't email me. So I'm going to put popped up on either side here, here, and here. You think, Colleen thinks the diagonal takes away from the thinner drive. Oh, okay. I think you mean you don't notice the thinner edge as much. That's a good thing. All right, and then I'll just put a bit of glue here. Paula says she is Carrie's faithful assistant. So just kind of do that. Like so. Nothing too exact or precious here. Make sure I got all those off, and then we'll go like that. There we go. Another card done. So there we have winter. And I feel like I didn't space this right, so I'm going to put a little star there. Let's just use the star. Or I was going to scrape it, but you know what? Let's just use a Posca. And we'll just do a hand-drawn star. All right. How are we doing for time? 12. I start 12:30 my time. 1:30. Oh, it's already an hour and a half. Wow. I had so much more I wanted to do. I was going to use these guys. I was going to show you that when you use the stencil butter, I didn't even choose the stencil butter live. Let's just do one stencil butter, and then we'll, and I had like shiny stuff. Let's use glitter. Okay, we're going to do one more stencil, and then we're going to do a card giveaway. So I'm just going to put this purple glitter paste on this bird just for fun. And then I was going to show that you can, the little P mentioned, because P's done a lot of Christmas cards using these very cute stencils. Here's the stencil set. The reindeer, it's hard to keep it when using stencil butter to have it not go underneath the stencil, and I did not succeed at not having it go underneath the stencil. Ooh, I like that. All right, and then you got to wash your stencils right away. This is that Glitz, Gina K Glitz and Glitter Gel. I only have purple, I have turquoise, and I have, I don't know, I think I have black. And then I have this Nouveau embellishment mousse. So I'll be making a lot more cards. I just kind of go by feel. Sorry for the noise. Ugh. I was going to show a way to, so I just kind of clean that off. I'm going to go throw this in the sink because I don't want to wreck this stencil. I'll be right back. I don't have my pan of water, so I'm going to throw it in the sink. All right, so that's in the sink. So here's that glittery one. I like him. I like the bird. He's lots of fun. If you go back to the beginning of the stream, I showed a couple other cards I did with the bird. Anyway, so here you can see where it kind of went underneath and then I tried to wipe it. But what you can do is you can use your shading. You can use some shading to get rid of that. So here I could use like a dark green. So I have this field green. I'm just going to color that in, and we're going to make it, we're going to make that disappear, and we're going to color there too. So it looks like it's matchy matchy, and then we'll use our water brush. And it kind of doesn't fully disappear, but we could add like a darker color maybe to make it disappear more. What about the blue? One of my favorite shading colors is this, the deep indigo. Let's see, where's the deep indigo? Deep Indiegogo. So we'll add a little bit of that. Oh, I think it's a bit wet now. So Eddie, I was mentioning to people that some of these mid-haul pulls that I've just sprayed today, some of them I actually did on the Carnival Wet Strength tissue paper that you so generously gifted me. It's very sweet of you. So that's going to make it like less apparent You can kind of do this, give them like a ground to stand on. I could just play for hours. Just keep going. All right. Oh, that's under his little chin too. Let's do that. There. So we kind of hit it a little bit. Inktense, once it dries, it's fairly permanent. So here you can see, I mean, it's not perfect. Once that dries, it might be a little bit better, but it just kind of hides my bad stenciling technique. All right, so let's do a giveaway. So today we made these 3 cards. So I think I'm just going to give away one of them because I need to keep some for all the Christmas cards I have to mail out. But we'll do a giveaway and I'll let the winner choose which card they want. I'm going to just show the other 2 cards I made before the stream. One was a video. So I made this one, but I've already decided who I'm sending that to. And this one, I already have an idea who that's going to go to. So those aren't up for the giveaway. But these 3, we have the Inky Christmas Tree with the red spray. We have our Winter Gingerbread House with the pink sky, Starry Night, and we have our, we'll call it the ugly Christmas pudding that got left outside for the animals to eat. All right, so I'm going to put, I'm going to do a side-by-side screen share. Oh, thanks, Brooke. And we're going to do random.org. So it's going to be the first number. So don't put in 2 numbers, just put in 1 number. First number, we're going to do numbers between 1 and 75. And first one closest to without going over will win. You'll have to send me your address. Hopefully we connect on social media. You can put your numbers in now. And then I'm going to pull out random.org. And if you don't want a card, you don't have to enter in the giveaway. I will not be offended. Go. So we've got some numbers and here we go. Here's our random generator. I'm going to make sure I have 75, 1 to 75. Okay, we'll wait a minute. So again, I'll just show, we have the winter one. You'll choose from the winter one, the murdery Christmas tree, murdery inky Christmas tree, and the left out in the cold figgy Christmas, that's not figgy, Christmas pudding. All right, so I see a lot of numbers went through. Just give it another minute or so. You thought that was the Grinch. This one, yeah, it does. On camera, it does look like the Grinch. That's funny. Bye, Colleen. Thanks for coming. And while we're waiting, I just want to mention that next Tuesday, I'm going to be, me and Brooke, she's in chat here. We're going to be guests on Kathy Berg's stream, filling in for Colleen. And maybe Janet or Dar, could you put the link in for Kathy's channel? Sasquatch, yes. Okay, so let's do our, I think we've got our numbers in. So I'm going to say stop, 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 stop. And then we're going to do, yeah, I hope so, CB. It should be fun. A Grinchmas pudding. Grinchmas Sasquatch pudding. All right, let's generate. Number is 48. So who was closest without going over? So looks like Dar had 43. I think Dar, I think you're the closest. Thanks for putting in Kathy's channel. All right. Does everybody agree that Dar's the winner? Dar is, yes, cat. Cheshire cat. Yay. All right. So Dar, which card do you want? Or if you don't like any of these cards, I could just surprise you with a card, because I was probably going to send you a Christmas card anyways. Whoops. Woot woot. May you have the winter one. Yes, of course you may. There you go. So Dar's going to get that card. I'll probably just use it for my thumbnail, and then we'll get that mailed out to you. So you'll probably get yours for Christmas. Other people are going to get theirs for New Year's, I think. So I appreciate everybody watching. I think this Wednesday, 2:30 seems to be working pretty well so far. And please press the bell to get notified, because when I put a video out, it doesn't really get as many views perhaps, but that's fine. But if you press the notification bell to be notified for any videos of mine, I surely appreciate it. Thanks, Linda. Hi, Tim. All right. Any questions for me, or do you want to see what we did? Other sprays, how they dry? We'll just show that real quick. So here's this one, how it dried. You can see that pearlescent orange is nice and bright. Here's the purpley blue and brown one with a bit of pink. Can't really see the pink, but it's kind of there. Thanks for coming, everybody. I really appreciate it. Here's this one. This one that was a definite improvement over the original. And this one here, I quite like these colors. We'll see what happens with that. And we got our blue one. Blue and purple. That one's very peacock-ish. Peacocky. And then this is one of the ones I had pre-sprayed, and here's the other one I had pre-sprayed. Or no, we did this one together. So I'm going to keep making Christmas cards, and I'm going to make a video that should be released on Saturday. So thanks for coming, everybody. Bye. I appreciate you all. Thanks, Janet. Thanks to my mods, Janet and Dar, and I think Kathy Arbor was here earlier. And thanks, Janet Bishy Bomb Bomb. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Stay safe and keep creating. All righty. Bye-bye.